So a wise man once said, somebody's having a braai. And they were right. Yes, it's must food. We are having a braai. Happy Heritage Day to everybody. So I'm here to show my South African heritage splashed with a bit of Indian in it, just to give you a bit of a taste of my heritage. I'd also like to celebrate that we have 100 subscribers on this channel. Only 8 episodes in and 100 subscribers. You guys are loving the things I'm making. But thank you. I couldn't have done it without you guys. It really means a lot to me to reach this milestone. Now talking about stones, check out Mojo Juice Productions. These guys are rock. I've added links to their social media in the description below. These guys will knock your socks off with the things they can do. Things you didn't know were possible. Try them as a production company and they will not disappoint you. I enjoy working with them and I'm sure you will too. So just check out their content and give them the opportunity to surprise you. Now, back to why you are actually here. Let's pry out with our fires out. I'm Vikash and you're watching Myth Food. So you will notice that I'm shooting at a new location, and with the new location comes a new assistant. Cue assistant. Right, let's start with the ingredients. So I have 8 pieces of chicken. If you're throwing it on the braai, I prefer the skin on, but if you're putting it in the oven, feel free to take the skin off. Half a teaspoon of crushed green chili. We then have 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. We have about a quarter cup of oil just to give it that gloss. 1 tablespoon of garlic. Next we have 1 tablespoon of ginger. Then for our dry ingredients, we'll start off with 2 teaspoons of salt, half a teaspoon of garam masala, a quarter to a half a teaspoon of turmeric, 1 tablespoon of red chili powder, a half a teaspoon of cumin powder. That's a half a teaspoon of meat tenderizer. It is optional, but I choose to put it in. And in the center we have a quarter teaspoon of food coloring. That is the traditional way of making it. You can choose not to put it in, but it won't look as delicious. I also forgot to mention the star ingredient. This is a half a cup of plain yogurt. Now I recommend you score each piece of the chicken so that when you're marinating it, the marinade goes deep down, right to the bone, and it flavors it from the inside and the outside. Nobody likes food that's tasty on the outside but bland on the inside. Also, once that meat tenderizer and that yogurt gets inside the chicken, it's gonna keep it juicy throughout the cooking process. Next in line, there's no method to the madness. Just get everything in a bowl and give it a good mix until everything is combined. When your marinade is ready to go, add all your chicken pieces inside and give it a little spa treatment. Just give it a good massage. Make sure the marinade gets into every single part of the chicken. Take the time now to get this right. You will be rewarded at the end. Also, don't forget to give your mom a super awkward wet high five for a job well done. It's time to close this up and put it away in the fridge. Please put this in the fridge and not the freezer, because if you thaw it, it's gonna release some weird liquids and it's not gonna taste so good. Also, I like to make this the night before I'm gonna cook it. Or if your chicken is fresh enough, you could do it 2 days before. Let that marinade soak up and flavor the meat as much as possible. And that wraps up the marinating process. Now the best place to grill this chicken is on a charcoal braai. It adds that extra level of smoky flavor. But if you got gas, you should go and see a doctor about it. Now let's get this fire started, because it's gonna be lit like blitz. Now you're gonna need to get your charcoal up to the right temperature. The right temperature is between medium to high. You don't want something too hot that's gonna burn the outside and leave the inside of the chicken raw. And vice versa, you don't want the charcoal too cold because it's not gonna crisp up the outside of the chicken and it's gonna take forever to get done. Once your temp is ready to go, then it's time to turn these cold chicks into hot chicks. Add your chicken pieces to the fire. Now I'm using this little contraption that just makes it easier for myself to turn the chicken all at one go. It also gives it like this cool crisscross grill pattern. It makes it look a bit more appetizing. It's evident how the food coloring gave the chicken that vibrant orange color. It really gets your mouth watering. And there you have it. Yummy, succulent, juicy Punjabi chicken tikka. To know if it's done all the way through, grab yourself a knife and cut through it. If it's still pink inside, it needs some more time, but if it's as yummy as this, it's ready to eat. And you'll notice how the spice penetrated through that meat. If that doesn't get your juices flowing, I don't know what will. Now that's all there is to it. Enjoy this with some naan or some roti, maybe even some chutney on the side, or even just a squeeze of a fresh lemon. I personally like to enjoy these with some roast veggies, a bit of fresh coriander. Nothing goes better than that. It also makes for a very healthy meal. Once again, a big thank you to all my subscribers that helped me get to 100 subscribers. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Without you, I wouldn't have reached this milestone. Talking about appreciation, a big thank you goes out to Mojo Juice Productions for putting together these amazing tracks for all these videos. I always enjoy the content that you guys put up. What always seems to amaze me is the standard of work that these guys put out. So have a look at their stuff. I've added links to their social media in the description box below. Now back to the braai. Let's get the cinematics ablaze.
Mojo Juice Production.